When we come back, it's time for Summer Magazine. Tonight, Perspectives, the life of an immigrant. Time now for Summer Magazine. Otsur is by with Perspectives. Tonight, the life of some refugees, some acrobatic refugees.
Imagine being so disillusioned with your life that you're willing to give up everything. Your home, your job, your family. The people you'll meet tonight did just that. They're among the thousands of refugees who have walked off international flights in Gander and asked for political asylum. Many of them just use Gander as a convenient port of entry before moving on to bigger centers on the mainland. But a few stay to start their new lives right here in Newfoundland. Tonight, the stories of the Aristovs from Russia and Gretta from Cuba.
Well, this one here is really good too.
Yes, they suckered me into sitting here to sell these posters.
They're not, you won't be here for...
Good afternoon and welcome. It's Newfoundland's old Little Russian Circus.
It's Sunday afternoon at the Arts and Culture Center in St. John's, late in March. A bit of history is in the making. The first official performance by a new circus company based in the city. The moving force behind the circus is the Aristov family. Elena, her husband Alexander, and their son Simon. This is their life off stage. A small two-bedroom apartment in St. John's. The spare environment of people living on welfare. It's 2 years now since the Aristovs stepped off an Aeroflot jet in Gander. 2 years since they entered the surreal world of political refugees. A time warp where everything is on hold, where everything is in the hands of faceless immigration officials shunting you through their system, where all you can do is wait for your number to be called. That was difficult, huh?
Yep. Nerve. Why? This my life, yes? Mm-hmm. Maybe a very long time. Wait. How after? I don't know how my life.
Future.
How my future. But here very good people who very good help for me, my family.
Gretta Camacho Garcia came from Cuba 2 years ago. Unlike the Aristovs, she arrived alone. She remembers much of it with almost photographic precision, starting with the tense hours on the flight to Gander.
I couldn't even eat, I couldn't drink. I just trying to close my eyes and get some sleep. And I didn't talk to anybody either because I was afraid I would talk to somebody and the person will, look after me and find out that I was feeling pretty strange. I was completely alone.
Alexander used to manage Moscow's first private circus. Those were the days of glasnost and perestroika, of new opportunities for everybody, including Moscow's underground. As director of a private enterprise, Alexander became a prime target for extortion. The fear of being hunted down for refusing to play somebody else's game continued to haunt him long after arriving in Canada.
4 months, maybe 5 months, afraid little. I have nerves, maybe, I don't know, maybe go, maybe who, tuk-tuk, hello, that. No, only, I think maybe nerve, only nerve. Now happy. Now my wife happy, my Simon happy. Simon now has many children who friends. Children go come here, play everybody. My wife not afraid go shop, come back, not afraid.
Fear is the most common companion of refugees. Fear of the past, fear of the future, and most terrorizing of all, fear of the present, through which they're moved like nobody's pawns. It was with such terror that Gretta stepped into the Gander terminal looking for someone, anyone in a uniform, to surrender to.
My legs, my whole body was trembling, and I had to take a seat and talk to myself and say, well, Greta, if you don't do it right now, then you go back to Cuba, you won't be able to do it again. You won't have the chance to do it again. So I said, well, you're here, so go ahead and do it. Yes.
What did you think was going to happen?
I didn't know exactly what's going to happen because I wasn't sure that policeman is going to help me or not. So I was in a big risk, and I was ready for him to take me back to the Cuban airplane. I was ready for him to say, no, we don't give to anybody this kind of help. This is not the right place. I was ready for all Cubans to find out that I was asking for political refuge. And I mean, I was ready to die. I was ready to die. I was really nervous and scary.
Gretta remembers virtually nothing of a first interview with Canadian officials at the airport's immigration office. She does remember a taxi ride to a hotel and ending up in a room, alone and confused.
I didn't know even how to turn on the heat. And because everything was new, everything was completely different. So I started crying, and I couldn't stop. And I say, what am I doing? I was almost sorry that I did it, you know? And well, and I fell asleep for a while, for an hour, 2 hours. I was pretty tired because on the airplane it was really tense, and I couldn't get any sleep over there. And then I wake up because I was really cold. See, the heat wasn't on, and I said, well, I better take a shower, a hot shower. So I went to the bathroom, and then the hot water, you have to turn different ways. So I spent around 15 minutes trying to turn the hot water on. And anyway, so I got in the shower, and I started crying and crying. I couldn't stop crying.
A super number? Yeah. Super boy! A super boy? Superstar! A superstar! Simon! Woo! Musica!
The most spectacular number in the repertoire of the Little Russian Circus is this act by father and son. It's the centerpiece of a plan to rebuild what the Aristovs had to leave behind, their circus life. There's Igor, Alexander's younger brother, who defected with the Aristovs. There's Igor's wife, Tatiana, with their Canadian-born son.
Simon, would you like to play with the magic star?
Yes.
Watch. Snip, snap, snora.
There's Newfoundlander Ken Parsons, magician and master of ceremonies. Alexander Aristov is aiming at no less than a full-fledged circus with its own school based right here in St. John's.
Yes, that's me. That's me. That's me. That's me.
The Aristovs were lucky. Almost immediately after arriving in St. John's, they started working out at the Cygnus Gymnastics Club. By now, they're part of the club's extended family, with the kind of kinship ties that come with it. You can always catch Elena and Alexander coaching at the club. More and more often, you can also catch the club's manager doubling up as business manager for the Little Russian Circus. All that's left now is to prove it can work.
Before, when I have stayed here, yes, I pessimist. Now, first time, yes. Now I look here, I look many good peoples. Now every day optimist, more good. Now optimist. I think very possible. This very good government, very help for peoples. Yes, I think very good future here.
It's intermission at the Arts and Culture Center. The show has some obvious rough spots. Many of those are related to insufficient time for stage rehearsal. There's also the fact that the program lacks depth, with only 4 acrobats and 1 magician trying to do everything. But the Aristovs wouldn't be here if they expected a cakewalk.
I know need many work, many times need work, long times, but need work, only work. After you have good future. Not work, excuse me. This is good system.
Gretta, meanwhile, has landed a job working for the school lunch program in St. John's. The program provides inexpensive lunches to 4 elementary schools in the city. Back home, in Cuba, Gretta worked as a petroleum engineer.
Don't you miss that?
Oh, yes, I really missed it, but I wasn't happy, so I had to leave everything. I had to leave.
But why were you not happy? What was bugging you?
I wasn't free. I wasn't free, and I mean free. I believe that freedom is the right and to make choices concerning aspect of your life, like such as religion, occupation, political, and opportunities. And in Cuba, in Cuba, the life was like tunnel vision quality, and we didn't have the choices of believing what we want to believe in God or not. Make the choices of what kind of profession we want to go and study.
You didn't choose the profession you entered?
No, the profession wasn't chosen by me. They give you like a list of 5 or around 5 for professions, and you choose one, and they make sure that that's the one that they need for you to study. So what I wanted to be was the marine biologist.
It's a long way along the road to freedom. At one end is the freedom from having to make the decisions. At the other end is the freedom to make the decisions. Gretta admits it hasn't always been an easy switch.
I felt like a little bit scared. Too many responsibilities. And I was really concerned about, am I taking the right way or not? Now that I am the one that have to choose the right way of my life. And it's going to take time, it's going to take a lot of encouragement, but I think I will do it. I think I will make it. This depends of you, how persistent you are, and how